welcome to the show. Matter of fact, I thought I had to jump on this one. This is USourceMEDIA. You're rocking with Beans. Today, we actually got some Afrobeat dancers. We want to talk about their talent, what they do, their story and stuff like that. So, why don't we start off with introducing yourselves to the audience?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Lee. I am 27 years old, and as Beans mentioned, I'm an Afro dancer. Located in Melbourne. I also specialize in dancehall and hip hop as well.
Hello everybody, my name is Chantal Bala. I am 20 years old and I am an Afrobeats and hip hop dancer. And yeah, I'm just really excited to be here. Also located in Melbourne. Love what I do, and yeah.
There we go, and that's beautiful. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Really appreciate you jumping on. I think we're really trying to highlight what you guys are doing as artists out here. Dancing is an art, as we know. So, and Afro beats and Afro music is really sort of starting to come up. It's really coming up in Australia, Melbourne. So, why don't you let us know how you got into the dancing?
So, I actually started dancing in high school. I started off with freestyling in hip hop, and then I grew up in New Zealand, so I'll mention that. And then I moved to Melbourne, Australia to finish studying. And then from there, I met Kat Pretty, who runs Jungle City Projects, and she introduced me to dancehall. And at the same time, I was still doing Afro dance, so I was building my my confidence and my skills in those two dance styles, which was great. Yeah, and I've met so many people in the community, which is really fun.
What about yourself, Chantel? How did you get into all of this?
So I pretty much began self-taught, like since I was a baby, just always watching like Michael Jackson, Beyonce, Chris Brown, just copying them. And then during high school, I actually ended up joining a dance crew, like a dance school, which was pretty much contemporary ballet, jazz-based. Did that for like maybe 2-3 years, and really I figured out that it wasn't what I wanted to do. It didn't really allow me to express myself in the way that I thought was authentic to me. So when I graduated, I actually just started placing myself in the Melbourne scene of dancing, the Afrobeats world, the hip hop world that I didn't know existed until I found out about it through just social media and stuff.
There you go. Yeah. It is a very urban sort of underground scene, but as I've noticed, it's come up and it's a beautiful thing. And worldwide, Afro seems to be climbing the charts. Interesting that you said you wanted to gravitate to something that was more you. I feel like it maybe more this Afrobeats is more of a cultural thing for us. I know how you feel about it, Lee, as well. So we understand that you'll just look when you're looking for your path. Is that the same way that you feel about it?
100%. Like I think it's very much like a soulful feeling that I seek, and that is something that always drives me towards the things that I do. So yeah.
Where are you both from, like nationality? And do you feel like that's played a massive influence in the direction you've taken with all the dancing?
Yeah, so my background is I'm from Zimbabwe, and I do have like South African heritage in my blood as well. And that plays a big role in what I do, especially with Afro dance. One of my main focuses in Afro dance is Amapiano, which comes from South Africa.
Yes.
And I did go back home in 2019, so I got to see that firsthand and learn, and just get to work.
Really experience all that.
Exactly.
And where it all sort of began, the real sort of
Exactly.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. What about yourself, Chantel? You feel like the cultural side of it really plays the influence in what you do?
Yes, 100%. I'm actually half Egyptian and half South Sudanese. So growing up, when we lived in Egypt, there was just a lot of like cultural events, especially for like our family in Khartoum, and we'd have like a lot of tribal events. And I think that's where a massive thing for me and community started being developed within me. And then, it influenced my style growing up, because I always followed a feeling. I never really followed certain like skill sets and stuff. I never trained like that. Always followed a feeling type thing. So it was really.
No, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Who inspires your choreographies? I've seen a bit of the dancing. I've seen it online. I've seen it live. I've had the opportunity to see it live. Who inspires the choreographies? Is it something that you guys just do yourself, or is this someone you sort of are attracted to, a style that you're attracted to? How does it all work? I've always been interested in this myself, really.
I'm very similar to Chantal, so I get inspired by what's around me. So music plays a massive, massive role. For me, I get inspired by the music and I go with what feels good. So that's sort of something I start off with, and then I've just found some Afro dancers over social media, like Izzy or Diggy, and like DWP, who come from Ghana. So I learn a lot from them, and I try to like do some live classes with them as well.
Are there any teams you work with out here? I heard of Jungle City, but I believe you guys work with a lot of teams out here. Did you want to list a few for the orders?
Yeah.
I work independently, but like I like to collaborate with a lot of teams or like crews, and like because I think collaboration is a massive thing for me. Again, like it goes back to community, exchanging energies, and just being able to like do what we love together. But
so you like more free, sort of a freelancer, just
very much
you're here and there, but you're really about it, sort of thing. You'll support.
Yeah, I'm just like I flow around.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, I'm with Jungle City Project, but over the last few years, there have been new Afro dance crews popping off, like Afro Movement Academy, and there's actually a few. Even now, there's Wednesday Jams run by Octaves as well. So that's just for anyone in the community who wants to come and dance and learn Afro dance. They can go and jam on Wednesdays. So those are a few that I work with.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you promote the dancing? What's your sort of go-tos when you're like, I need people to see what we do. I need to get this out to the world. Sort of
I
thing.
guess for me, it's definitely about creating, because like a massive thing for me is following the vision that I see in my mind and basically bringing that to life, because I have a deep understanding that as artists, the visions that we receive is something that someone else needs to see. So I definitely find it important that if I'm feeling inspired or I have some sort of idea, I make it mandatory that I bring that to life. And I think sometimes it's difficult trying to find like a balance between being able to work with others, but then also doing your own work.
Yeah,
and I think
definitely.
doing my own work and creating like videos, like creating my own dance projects or putting other people together and doing like a whole little video or something like that is something that keeps the love that I have for dance in general just like going. And like that's something that really keeps my love for community and like the things that we do as creatives going. So yeah.
All right. And what about you, Lee? How do you feel you promote your art the best?
Yeah, definitely similar. I believe in creating work that is very authentic to yourself. So when I create, I make sure that it's true to myself. And whether, like what Chantel was saying, like if I do a video project, then I'm promoting it on social media, sharing it with different people, even with government organizations.
Just wherever you're trying to reach out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that networking and reaching out.
Exactly,
Nice.
exactly. Yeah.
You've gotten out of Melbourne and travelled around a little bit. Tell us a little bit about that, so just for the fans and newcomers, they can sort of know what can come out of this.
Yeah, definitely. So over the last few years, I was working with an organization that no longer exists, and they were taking us to different parts of Australia. So I did get to work in Indigenous communities, teaching a bit of hip hop, and then I think over maybe the last year, I also got to visit some Indigenous communities in Adelaide. And I was teaching Afro dance there, which was quite good. And I've also worked with Baker Boy.
It's like I'm also on tour currently with Baker Boy as well. So this is actually my first year being able to travel with doing the thing that I love as a living, if that kind of makes sense. So yeah, just traveling with like Baker Boy and like going to Queensland and like all of these shows. It's just really beautiful. I've also got to work with some councils as well who've given me some opportunities to fly out to like places like Adelaide and just like teach smaller communities, because I love teaching like the younger ones and like getting them inside.
Yeah. They're the future, aren't they?
100%.
All right. But you'll need to take note of that. Baker Boy on tour. That's what we're doing. Tell us about the process of putting together a show. So whenever there's an event on and you guys need to really start to get your mind together and collaborate with people, is that a tough process, would you say?
Oh, I feel like we might be similar, but I guess for me, I try to get as much information as I can. So who are we working with? What do they want us to do? What's their vision? And what can we offer them or bring to the table? So I sort of start there, and then, for example, if it's an artist, we get the music, start creating to what feels good, and then show them, and then they can either come back saying they like it or not. Then we go back to the drawing board, fix a few things, and come back again.
There you go. There you go. Never a first time thing, really. It's a bit of a back and forth to get it right.
Yeah.
Similar, Chantel?
Yeah, 100%. It's definitely similar. It's the same process. Even when it comes to finding people who are also in alignment with like the artist and like making sure that everyone's energies are all good. So then when we're all working together, we're really feeling it and really bringing the artist's vision to life, if that can make sense.
Perfect. Look, we're about to take a break because I can smell this coffee, man, and I believe this that Brazil beans coffee. You know what I mean? So I don't know about y'all. We're gonna take a break, and when I come back, I'm gonna hear some of this. All right. Welcome back. We're with USourceMedia, and we got Lee and Chantel here, some Afro dancers from Melbourne City, and we're just chopping it up, talking about their experience, their journey here. I'm about to have a sip of this coffee. It's hot. Let's get back into it. How important to you is it to collaborate with artists at these live shows that we have in Melbourne, or even in Australia, just the live shows in general? How important is it to you to be part of that, to showcase a live sort of act?
Yeah, I feel like it's an important thing to do, especially because we can promote each other. So the artists make music for us dancers, and then us dancers help push that as well. So I feel like it's always good to collaborate and keep artists thinking about how they can create more music for dancers and ways for people to join in.
There we go. Love that. Any other thoughts there, Chantel?
I definitely agree with everything that Lee has said. I think it's really important to just keep art alive in general. So I think collaboration is the best way to do that, because we're bouncing off of each other's ideas. And it's very influential for us to work together, because then it influences new ideas, new creations, new music, new movements, all of that stuff.
All right, dope. And I guess standing from someone in my position, I see a real community aspect there, just staying alive.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's really good. As artists, as maybe female dancers, the different challenges you might face.
I would definitely say creative burnout is one of the toughest ones. Burning out is very difficult, especially if you're consistently working back to back to back. I think that's what I've faced a lot this year in particular. And I think one of the ways that I try and pull myself out of that is just taking a lot of rest in between. I think you need a huge balance. And with creativity and being able to build something that is beautiful and authentic and that resonates with others, it takes a lot of time and reflection, especially with self. So I think, one of the biggest things is me just sitting down with myself and relaxing and not doing too much, so then I can recharge and then be able to create again.
Definitely. What about you, Lee?
Yeah, I'm very similar to what you said. Especially with building motivation again. And I feel like it's sometimes hard. You get to do some dance work and then you're not inspired, or you feel unencouraged. So then that affects how you go forward. So it's always thinking about, okay, should I do this work with this particular artist or particular organization, or should I take a step back just for this time to gain my strength back, get some motivation, and then keep going. So it's just working out the balance.
Yeah, okay, definitely. And what sort of advice would you have for the newcomers, so the younger dancers, people that are looking to get into sort of dancing, whether it's Afro or not, just the art of dancing? What advice would you have for them?
For me, I definitely think it's consistency, only because with this type of work, I've been doing it for 10 years now, and it's taken me such a long time to get here. So don't think that you're going to make it in the first month. Or something like that. It's actually going to take a lot of work. Go to classes, actually learn the style that you want to do, see what works for you, explore with your body and freestyling, and then go from there. But don't rush the process. Enjoy the journey.
Excellent.
To even add to that, I think it's really important, because social media can play such a huge role in seeing everybody do so many different things. Like, just go with your own flow and do what is authentic to you. You don't have to, there's no specific way in like doing things. You can do it your own way at your own pace. Like, don't worry about how quick someone else is getting there or how slow you are. The thing that is meant for you will always be for you. That's something that will never be taken away from you. And if you understand that and follow that path, your journey will always be in alignment with you. And like all the blessings, all of the hard work will, you know, you'll be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor pretty much.
There you go. Take that for two that have been on this journey. Definitely. The Afro scene, although it's been around, it's getting more prominent out here in Australia. But I feel like it's moving quick.
Yeah.
Keeping up with the industry, the new dance moves, the new styles, the new music. You know, Amapiano was fairly new a couple of years back.
Yeah.
Maybe before that, a lot of Niger sort of music was on the charts. So how do you keep up with all this and the different dance styles and how we, you know, to keep that attention, to keep drawing that attention?
Yeah, for myself, social media plays an important role with that, only because we're not in South Africa, we're not in Africa. So the only way is to keep up with the dancers back home, see what they're listening to, what's popping off at the parties, and just keeping that communication alive there. And yeah,
I definitely agree with you. Even like having leaders like Lee, like going and like learning from them, because they're constantly sharing knowledge but also receiving knowledge, so it's like a whole flow. But I think it's really important to just continue to be open and watch out on social media, but also speak to others and see what they've seen, because like community is a big thing, and I think it's important that we don't gatekeep things, because then we're only causing resistance towards, you know, what we could be doing together. In terms
That's
of
an excellent
creativity.
answer. That's an excellent way to put it. Yeah, definitely. How much support and stuff do you feel you get? How easy is it to sort of make something happen?
I feel as though, because I'm still new to the Afrobeat scene in general, I think it's beautiful, and I love to see people flourishing and doing, like exploring new things and like really diving deep into the culture. I think it's just really important for us to respect the history and like where it came from. I think that's what a lot of people need to remember and recognize, because it's more and it's deeper than just being able to see like a TikTok move and then doing it, or like seeing something trend on social media and doing it. Like, these are people back home who have created, this is survival for them. Like, this is not just movement, like this is like soulful things. I think we need to be able to respect that. But yeah, do you have any thoughts on that?
exactly. And then straight into that, like that should remind everyone to slow down. Like, we shouldn't be rushing to be the best of the best or that type of thing. Like Chantel said, it's like about learning the history, actually diving into the movement and putting character and attitude, and not just letting it be a step. So it is so much deeper than what it seems over social media. Yes, it looks great, but we just need to slow down.
I believe a lot of the dance moves and a lot of things that they do, like you said, is culturally based, it's home based, it's survival, and every move means something to them. There has a meaning behind it. So I feel that. I feel that when you say that the history is important, to dive in and understand it and appreciate it and show respect to it. So, you know, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Artists or dancers that you would like to give a shout out to on the show?
Oh, shout out to.
People that you want to, you know.
Shout out to Olivia, shout out to July, shout out to Kiara, shout out to Becca Foy. So many people, I shout out to all, y'all know who y'all are. Like, I love y'all down. I love what you do, your expression. I love that you inspire me. And like, one thing that all of those artists, and even the ones I haven't mentioned, like Kai, they're all so authentic to themselves and their journey, and just like who they are in their music, and even just outside, like their art form in general is who they are in real life. Like, if you speak to them, that's just who they are, which is what I find so beautiful.
Authentic.
Yeah.
Definitely need more of that.
Shout outs. I mean, I have a whole list. No,
oh shit! Don't forget them.
Yeah, exactly.
So much.
Kat, Chubby, the whole Jungle City Collective, Ama as well, which is Afro Movement. And everyone who is jumping into the Afro dance scene. You're doing so well, and hopefully the information you get today like inspires you to slow down and really dive into it.
Artists or dancers you'd like to work with?
Ooh.
famous ones, whichever, you know, whichever ones that you sort of like, I'd love to be on stage and do my thing to this artist or with this dancer. Let them know, let them know.
I actually have two. So I'd like to work with Sampa the Great. I have worked with her in the past, but more recently, like I'd really love to reconnect with her and start working with her again.
Big things happen. Yep.
Yes, and Rema as well. He is like, he inspires me so much. I watched him live, and yeah, and I feel like
he was out here not too long ago.
Exactly.
I believe, okay, that's what's up, that's what's up. Yeah. Good to see your inspiration live, no doubt.
Exactly.
Chantel.
I definitely say Rema as well. That's literally what I was going to say. Rema is just insane.
You must be popping.
For real. No,
check out Rema.
Every song is a banger,
there you go.
I'm telling you. I would also love to work with Beyonce. Like, she's just been, that's my goal. And I'm telling you, I see it. Like, Beyonce, if you're watching this.
Beyonce, Queen B.
Queen B.
Right? USourceMedia.
It's okay, I got you. I'm
We
going to
got
take
talent out here in Oz.
Yeah, but I would also love to work with Chris Brown. He's also been a huge influence in my movement and just in, like, as a person in general, seeing his story. And I would love to work with Burna Boy. Yeah, I would really love to work with Burna Boy. Just like,
I hear he's really sort of being the face for the culture and the indigenous folks, and he's doing real proper things. And you know, we can respect that. You know, this is for y'all to let the people know. Links, anywhere where we can find your work, anywhere people can get in touch with y'all if they want to work with you. Let them know.
Yeah, sure. So I'll go first. On Instagram and on TikTok, I am it's _LE.E. And then YouTube as well. I'm going to keep posting videos on there as well. And the link will be in my bio. So, yeah.
Chantel?
Yeah, for me, it'll be my TikTok and my Instagram is Chantal Bala. That's CHANTAL.BALA. Also, same on YouTube as well, Chantal Bala. Yeah, I'm definitely, like, if you just hit my social media, you'll see links to different things. So.
Yeah, y'all know what it is. Social media these days, we can find it if you're looking for it. And as USourceMedia, we'll be definitely, you know, cross-promoting, helping share your story, your art and stuff. That's what we love to do. So look, thanks heaps for coming into the show. We really appreciate it. It's been a great show. I've enjoyed talking to you guys. Hope it's the same. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up there. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you. Appreciate it.